The Untold Secrets of the Rockefeller Dynasty, How One Family Changed the World. Welcome back to Success Craft, where we uncover the secrets of wealth, success, and legacy from the world's greatest minds and businesses. If you're on a journey to build your own empire or simply looking for inspiration, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video on building your success story. Imagine starting from almost nothing. No family wealth, no connections, just a burning desire to succeed. Now imagine turning that desire into a legacy so massive that even a century later, your family name is synonymous with power, wealth, and influence. That's the story of John D. Rockefeller, the man who built a fortune from oil and became the world's richest man. But what's the secret behind his success, and how can you apply his principles to your own life? Let's dive into the untold story of the Rockefeller dynasty. John D. Rockefeller was not born into wealth. In fact, quite the opposite. Born in 1839 in upstate New York, his family was poor, and his father was a traveling salesman. Despite these challenges, young John had a vision far greater than his circumstances. At just 16, he took his first job as a bookkeeper, earning a modest salary of 50 cents per day. But what set him apart was his discipline and his ability to save money, even from that small income. He lived by the principle, save when you can and not when you have to. While most people might see those early days as insignificant, Rockefeller saw them as a foundation for something greater. This is where the lesson for us begins. No matter where you start, it's how you manage your resources that matters most. Are you tracking your finances and building discipline today, even if your income is small? 2. The rise to power. Fast forward to Rockefeller's 20s. By this time, he had entered the oil industry, a relatively new field in the 1860s. He saw potential where others saw risk. In 1870, he founded Standard Oil, and from there, his empire began. Rockefeller didn't just participate in the oil industry, he dominated it. Here's the key to his strategy: vertical integration. This means he controlled everything from oil drilling to refining to selling the final product. He wasn't just one part of the oil business, he was the entire supply chain. This gave him immense power over his competition and allowed him to reduce costs dramatically. But here's where it gets controversial. Rockefeller was ruthless. He would buy out competitors, often at a loss to them, and expand his empire by any means necessary. Some saw him as a villain, but Rockefeller saw it as the price of building a lasting legacy. His goal wasn't short-term profit, it was long-term domination. Now, this doesn't mean you need to crush your competition to succeed. What you can take from Rockefeller is the power of controlling as much of your business as possible and thinking long-term. Are you playing the long game in your business, career, or investments? 3. Key principles that made him successful. A. Discipline and frugality. One of Rockefeller's greatest strengths was his discipline, particularly with money. Even as a millionaire, he lived modestly and saved relentlessly. He understood that wealth is built by reinvesting, not by spending. So what can we learn? No matter how much you earn, if you aren't disciplined with your finances, it's impossible to build long-lasting wealth. Think about your spending habits. Could you be reinvesting more into your future? Business strategy. Rockefeller's success wasn't accidental. He was strategic and meticulous. He believed in controlling everything in his business, from raw materials to distribution. This is called vertical integration, and it gave him unmatched power in the industry. Today, in the modern world, vertical integration might not be necessary for every business, but the lesson is clear: control what you can. Whether it's learning new skills to become more self-reliant or taking control of different aspects of your career, the more you control, the less you rely on others for success. Long-term thinking. Another principle that set Rockefeller apart was his ability to think far into the future. While his competitors were focused on immediate gains, Rockefeller was thinking decades ahead. He invested in infrastructure, and took calculated risks that would pay off years later. Are you thinking long-term? Are your decisions today setting you up for success in the future? Whether it's in business, investing, or personal growth, the real gains come to those who are patient and persistent. Philanthropy. Rockefeller didn't just hoard his wealth, he gave back. He believed that with great wealth comes great responsibility. He founded the Rockefeller Foundation, which to this day has impacted millions of lives through charitable giving, education, and health initiatives. So what can we learn here? Even if you're not a billionaire, giving back can bring immense value to your life. It could be as simple as helping others in your community, supporting education, or mentoring someone in your field. 4. Legacy and lessons for today. John D. Rockefeller's legacy didn't end with his death. His family continues to influence industries, philanthropy, and society.